right, it looks like we're going to be getting started real soon. Everyone's on player one, and there they go.
Everyone with a slightly different pattern in the cutscene.
Yeah, it's a very optimized route. Watching that intro.
It's a very hotly contested category. The world record for this category is 32:52 by Desui, and he is in the top right corner here.
Yep, it's going to be great watching his run. Let's see if we get any 361s in this level. Hey,
there we go. Just a very slight edge ahead there for Desui.
It's always good to see a 361 in a race. That's when you know you've got good luck.
Yeah, so we're going to watch all these players very optimally run along these brown platforms. They push you forward as you're running across them, giving you just a little bit of an extra push, few extra frames overall.
Yep, but that difference is what you need to get that 259, which I'm sure we'll see from all these runners.
Yeah, we got 259s across the board here. And for those unaware, in addition to Seathorn, Desui, Louie, and Ben, in this race we also got Silver Star, Classic Jabes, mostly SMW, Dark Magician, Milani, Rems, Barn Owl, Dabs, and Marcelo. So this is a very big race full of lots of good players.
This is absolutely stacked. I don't know who would finish first, honestly.
It's going to go back and forth a few times, I'm sure.
It's got to. It has got to. So we've got two 276s over on Louie and Seathorn's side.
Yeah, which is inching Seathorn and Louie just ever so slightly ahead. Shell jump saves about 1/3 of a second. We're going to watch these guys do their best, stay off the fences, get to that door as soon as possible.
Yep, you got to move it.
Louie getting an 81 door.
Yeah, we got 81s from everyone except Seathorn, who I believe had a 280. But we'll see if the guys who got the 81s can keep that 41 for Iggy.
I hope so. There are some parts of Twitch where that 240 is frowned upon.
Oh, you know, no one
personally, but
yep,
they all kept that 241. Seathorn getting that 240, which I still think is a very respectable Iggy time.
Absolutely is. No one would say otherwise. All right, they're staying so close together. I suspect we're going to see this for a while. Maybe Morton will be the great decider. Possibly DS1.
Yeah, DS1 can be very tricky. There are a couple things that are kind of hard to account for through that swim. Your cape spins have a... you can get frame ruled and just weird things can happen.
Yep.
It doesn't help that it's a water level. So all 4 of our players now are flying over DP1. All had a pretty good cape grab. We're going to be looking for 262s. We got a 262 from Louie and Desui.
Oh man, that's great. I rarely see that on my own runs.
All about optimizing that flight speed.
It really is. Finding that 51 speed quick. All right,
if you don't know quite what you're looking for on the visual cue for it, it's very hard to make that adjustment.
Ooh, Seathorn taking damage in the room. Having to switch over to his Fire Flower. Louis showing off those musical cape skills. Alright, they're going into Ghost House.
So this Ghost House is definitely one of the toughest levels in this run. You run along, you jump, you fly along to a door. Then you run back and forth, you spin back up. Now in Seathorn's case, it's gonna be a little different. We're gonna see some no cape, no star strats. We're just gonna bounce off that boo. And quite honestly, given that, instead of going back for the cape, he's holding his own with these other guys still.
Yeah, this is another level where the flight speed's definitely going to matter and make a difference.
Yeah, so
Seathorn
I definitely
looks-
think, yeah, you guys are going to be watching Seathorn on this one.
He's
doing
looking
the no
comfortable
cape
doing
DS.
it.
Or DP3. It's very beautiful.
Good
Oh, and he
cape
goes for
grab.
that cape instead.
Good cape
Which I
grab.
definitely don't blame him for.
Yeah, no, totally worth it.
Cape is totally worth it, especially when you're heading up to Morton.
Right, the least amount of time you can waste while grabbing that cape, the better.
Yeah. So we're going to see everyone flying over Donut Plains 4. We're going to see some of those little piranha flowers popping up. We're going to see a few hammers from those Hammer Brothers. Depending how high or low someone flies, we might even get a glimpse at the moon. Oh, and Seathorn. Wow, that was beautiful. So very nice grab of that flower. Very nice switch back to the cape to grab that flight. Now we're gonna see people going up, flying up Morton's. So question from chat, flying is the same speed as running. Running is not always going to be faster. Flying can vary from flight speeds of 47 to 51. And I believe running only goes 47, 48. And someone definitely correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure on the range for running. But if you can get your flight speed up, it's definitely worth it to fly where you can. So we have Louis very slightly ahead of Desui coming out of Morton. Ben right on their tail. And then Seathorn right behind him. Ben in chat saying he had a little trouble with the spring. Yeah, Wolfie brings up another good point. When you fly, you also get to avoid all of the terrain and stuff, and that's also very helpful. So even where flying would be a little bit slower in speed, you might save time anyways because you aren't making any weird maneuvers. So Louis and Desui both getting very nice vanilla secrets. Ben right behind him with it. Seathorn as well. Louis and Desui just destroying that level. Just showing us how easy it can look.
Yep, they're definitely staying close still.
Now we're going to see him get in the air as fast as possible. Up here,
Yeah, difference
I
in
believe
flight
it's
speed could make a difference.
VS2? That's what this level is, I believe.
Yes.
So we're gonna see our guys doing a bit of flying over. We're gonna see a bit of a tricky fortress coming after that.
I really enjoy that fortress. It's nice to have a good underwater fortress.
I am definitely of differing opinion on that fortress. I am not a fan of that fortress at all.
I just
But-
love the water physics in this game.
I will definitely say I think this is one of the best Mario games in terms of water physics.
I mean, in terms of everything, right? Super Mario World. All right, Louis and Daisui staying just right on each other. Seathorn and Ben not far behind.
Yeah, this fortress is very tricky. It's one of the tougher levels in this category, in my opinion. You've got to be weaving through these fish. You've got to be avoiding the spikes. You've got spikes falling from the sky while you got fish flying at you from the side.
Right, and you got to play them close too.
And you've even got those little spike walker dudes at the bottom. So you've got to be very careful with your swimming. And a nice tip for all you who are not familiar: if you're holding down while you're swimming, it helps keep you steady in the vertical positions. So it definitely makes these parts much easier once you master that.
Yep, you can thread that needle way more easy. So Louis to Resi first, getting a great kill. Same with
Daisui
this.
not far behind. Ben having a very awkward fireball at the beginning there, but it makes it through. Very little issue. Seathorn also getting that fast Reznor kill. These guys are all just playing phenomenally right now.
I know, this is a great bunch to be watching. Louis keeping that flight speed to a minimum.
Yeah, I know some people think that flying through Butterbridge 1 is very unsafe. I believe Ben was even saying that he thought so as well earlier today.
Yes, he was.
I differ in opinion on that a little bit.
You prefer flying through this level.
I prefer flying if I can get that flight at the beginning.
Now, you have died in this level, have you not?
Not from flying.
Ah. Most people who
Just-
fly through it usually have some sort of tragic story about this.
I have no tragic story about flying through it. I have a tragic story about slipping off the little mushroom tops here.
I mean, that can happen.
And I could also tell you many tragic stories about that one-up farm that Seathorn is doing.
Oh, Seathorn's got a shell in his hand.
Well, he's here to impress us.
Oh, I hope he does. I want to see some swag dupes.
So this level is actually very dangerous in my opinion for the sole reason that it's a very slow, long auto scroller. A death is basically a minute and a half lost.
Yep.
Unless you
It's-
die because you walked off the very first platform, it's a minute. It's going to be a long time.
It's one of the longest levels, and taking a death is not good.
No.
Seathorn, oh no.
Seathorn, no.
Oh.
I was just about to say how during the 96 tournament, we saw someone accidentally
Oh.
spin on those blocks and take a death because they couldn't get to the other platform. And Seathorn shows us just exactly how that works.
Yep, if you're trying to spin fly, you can push through those blocks and continue upwards after breaking through them. But if you don't have P speed, then you just spin jumped, sitting on a foundation of blocks that break when you spin jump.
I will argue not Caster's Curse because I did not say it before it happened.
You said it as it happened.
I said it as it happened. Another interesting thing I've seen happen in here is despawning one of the platforms so a person couldn't progress.
Yep, if you mess with too many of those green Koopas that are on the bridge that you can lay out, and keep the Koopalings there and the Koopa shells, just keep all the sprites you can on screen. You're just not going to have enough sprite room. Ooh, taking a death.
Louis taking a death in that second room of Ludwig.
Yep, that room can cause death. If you hit a Podobo or something like that where you're trying to fly or spin jump, it can knock you straight. Oof.
Ooh, but Seathorn did just give us a vine, so
very nice. Seathorn made up for it then.
Another celebration, I guess.
Louis did take another death on that very first spiky. Ugh, a third death in Ludwig's castle. Whereas Daesui and Ben are making their way out of it. Seathorn still has to clear another level to catch up with Louis. I'm surprised Louis didn't go for his Firefly right there. Maybe he's saving it for room 3. Probably feels a little safer being small.
Could also even be just a worry about losing it again right here.
That's true. So you probably see him switch there. Yep. So he's going to go Firefly through this room. Hope he doesn't lose it. We've seen a lot of heartache in this room.
Alright, so we see Daesui in Forest 1. Ben just descended into Forest 1 himself.
Ben is currently tied with his PB. I mean, you gotta be close to PB if you're keeping up with Daesui, right?
Well, and Daesui is getting ready for those wings.
Oh, he's going for those wings.
Oh, and he gets that balloon instead. That happens, though.
Yep, if you hit that block, you cannot dupe wings out of it, so you know to just continue on with the level. Maybe we'll see some wings out of Louis and Seathorn.
I definitely think we'll see an attempt at the very least, provided they got the power-ups they need.
No, Seathorn trying to show off on that fireball. Alright, going for that Yoshi clip. Daesui let his Yoshi drop.
Oh, no. Don't want that to happen.
Nice.
You do that.
Ben is in.
Ben is in. Ben is taking the lead here.
Daesui's in.
Bad sub-pixel, too. That's always good. Now Louis going for that cape. Or not that cape, those wings. Made 2 P balloons now.
3 P balloons.
4 P balloon.
4!
And the 5th P balloon being the one in the box.
5 P balloons.
I was thinking that exactly. Childhood.
All right. Ben is first place now, coming out of Forest of Illusion 2.
Looks like Seathorn's getting set up for the wings. And gets
very
first
nice.
Try. Very nice.
Great wings.
Definitely gonna bring him a lot closer to the rest of the people.
Absolutely. So Louis got his Yoshi clip and he's going through. Good block grab. And we'll see how Seathorn's Yoshi clip goes. He's slowly grinding this run out. It is good to see where these catch-ups can happen. These time saves can be absurd. Great Yoshi clip. This run's really turning around for him.
There's Ben getting through the first part of Roy.
Yeah, that's a great Roy fly. Daisui is going for their attempt.
Ben grabbing that fire, getting ready to do a quick kill on Morton. 2 fireballs and a jump, and there it is. Daisui heading into the boss room now, just switching to fire. Did we catch any dirty bubble?
You know, I'm not sure. I think that was during while I was looking at Seathorn's Yoshi clip.
Well, Seathorn
Nice.
got a dirty bubble at the very least.
263 coming out of that level for Louie.
Yeah, now Louie's going to take his shot at Roy. This is another one of those levels that, you know, you watch it, it's deceptively easy looking. Once you're actually there, the cape is very hard to master, especially considering the varying speeds. Knowing that cue when to dive through those potaboos it can be tricky.
All right, let's see. Is Ben just going to continue flying over? Yep, he's not going for pipe fly. Looks like Daisui is going for pipe fly, though. Let's see if he gets it. What we're looking for is for him to be in a parachute state coming out of this pipe. And now he is flying with a speed of 64 instead of a max of 51.
Oh yes, Dirty Bubble. So there is a bubble that floats along in Forest of Illusion 3. And Dirty Bubble is when you take off and you get flight before that bubble and you fly up and over it.
Yeah, basically it's you trying to run in front of a freight train and hope that it doesn't hit you.
It's actually got a relatively big window, but if you do hit that bubble, you basically lose all of your P meter.
Yep. It's gonna ruin all your speed, and it's, you know, so far into the run.
So now we see Ben and Daisui both flying through first room of the ghost house. We've got Louie and Chaco 1. Seathorn taking his chances and Roy.
Nice door fly from Ben getting out of there. And Daisui. Daisui's closing that gap. Ben has got to be on phenomenal pace right now.
I believe he was saying earlier that he's minus 0.0.
Oh,
on his
he was,
splits. So
yeah.
he
Minus
is
0.0
pace
on his
for
past two
something.
splits. That's great. Ghost, yeah, it's that level in Forest of Illusion 3.
Yeah.
And there's a bomb inside of a bubble that floats at you at the beginning of the level. And Dirty Bubble would just be getting flight before that bubble hits you.
Yeah. It's just
Or
a
you can
fun
be
name for a cute little thing there.
Yep.
It's
It
always
just means
fun
you
to
get
point out.
flight a couple of tiles before you normally would.
Very, very marginally faster.
All
Yes,
right, I love
exactly.
seeing this chocolate secret without a Yoshi. Just
know,
hitting
it's
that
so
chuck right
smooth.
there is scary. He's grabbing that midway point just in case he takes damage in the next room and something happens.
Daisui ignoring that midway. He's just like, I'm going for it.
He's not scared of room 3.
He is not scared of this room at all. He is not
Wow.
scared of this level. I'm
Look at that
convinced he's not
sink.
scared of anything in this game right now.
Oh, Louie and Seathorn were just bouncing in rhythm together. Very nice. Ben's got that fly early to just go over all those, not even deal with it. He's still holding on to a little bit of a lead on Daisui.
So looking over at the SRL room real quick, it looks like Silver Star ended up doing FOI 2 without getting a clip at all, having to go through it manually.
Oof.
Ooh, Seathorn getting that early door in the ghost house. Ben and Daisui making their way into Wendy. This first room's a little tricky. You're doing a lot of cape canceling to get through. If you're going for the
Yeah.
pressure skip, you have to make sure you hit that flight perfect. Otherwise, you get this weird little half fly that barely takes you to the platform.
Yeah, there's so many places to lose your cape and lose your life in this room. Room 2, though, is nice. I think it's one of the best looking rooms with the cape.
Oh, I agree.
I don't know what Ben's doing. That was scary for a second, but it looks like he's getting through it fine. But Daisui's going to take the lead in room 2.
It's nice because if you lose your P-speed in that second room, it's still super easy and fast.
Yeah, it is still viable. But keeping that P-speed and that flight gave Daisui the lead. And he gets out of Windy first. This is an exciting race between those two. Louis going through the Wendy's castle right now. Those crushes you gotta be so careful of. Very nice. Very nice. And he takes his cape down to the door.
For anyone uninitiated, we will be seeing these crushers again very shortly in a much less forgiving area.
Yep. A harder format for sure. That will be the Valley of Bowser Fortress.
Right before you face Bowser, you face one of the I guess what makes it hard is just how tight you have to be on the timing as you go through that room. Otherwise,
it's terrifying.
Otherwise, it's almost certain death.
All right, them going through the sunken ghost house is a great time to remind everyone that we have the command SMW that I'm going to throw up in chat, and that's going to give you more information about this No Star World Winter Tournament. It's going to give you the schedule, the Discord, and more information about that $750 prize pool. We also have a command for bets, where if you are a viewer outside of the US, you can sign up with that link there in chat and get yourself a free €20 bet, where you can bet on all the matches and tournaments and qualifiers right here on the Speed Gaming channel.
I mean, I wish I was in Europe getting those free €20 to bet on my favorite players here.
Oh my. Who would you bet on in this tournament, though? Like, I mean, just from what we see already, it's crazy.
In this particular match, I have no idea who I would bet on. Like, it's changed
taking
so
a healthy lead. Orb. All right, and they're going into the Valley of Bowser.
Yeah, so everyone get those orbs out. We got 2 more.
All right, Daisui still in first place with Ben right behind him. Daisui cannot let up for a second. Louis is about to get what's his. Let's say it together, y'all.
All right.
Orb.
I didn't know how long you were going for.
I wasn't sure. I figure we're gonna work it out. That's
solid orb.
All right, going through that Valley of Bowser, getting under the bats, over the Koopas.
Those bats are terrifying.
All right, who's going for Sandbar? Place your bets, Mike.
I mean, my bet is on Daisui going for it. I actually don't think Ben will do it at all. And there it is.
He got the Sandbar clip. Ben went for the slide under. That solidifies Daisui's first place for now. That's got to feel good.
Very key for now, though.
For now, exactly. As long as there's Mario left to be played, Ben could still catch up at any second.
We still have Valley Fort. We still got Bowser, and every good player could have a bad day in Bowser.
Oh yeah.
We've seen it countless times. I think even just in the last couple of days.
Oh, looks like Seathorn's shopping for an orb. Let's see if he finds one on sale. Orb. That was good. We're getting better. All right, Ben grabbing that secret exit.
And I just got word that Marcelo now is Orb as well. And Silver Star.
Okay, this is the level with the crushers that Mike referred to earlier. Watching Ben and Daisui go through this is terrifying, to be completely honest.
And oh my goodness, Daisui, the monster, just going for that super fast flying through everything strat.
Man, that was such a
That
great
is
form.
so spooky, but it's so cool to watch.
Ooh, Ben terrifying me, bouncing off that Podobo.
Oh, okay. I was a little nervous with that last one there.
I was about to say, I was just holding my breath, man. That's
All right. Now Louis is making his way through. It looks like. Oh,
Ooh,
gets frame
take
rolled by the
damage.
dry bones.
He
Lucky
did
has
have a
that second
backup cape. Oh, thank God. He uses a slightly different setup. Oh my, it's so scary. I'm telling you, he can stop on a dime.
Oh, and it looks like Louis is going for a flight through this whole thing as well.
That's incredible.
And just gets it. Makes it look far easier than it
Ooh,
is.
nice sandbar clip for Seathorn as well. I'm telling you,
Ooh, well done, Seathorn.
he is pulling off all these tricks tonight.
All right, we got Ben and Daisui and Bowser. Ben just getting started. Looks like Daisui just finished phase 1.
Yep, he does have a backup cape in case anything should go wrong.
Looks like both of them do actually, which is very good.
Mm-hmm.
We got Louis in the dark room. He's going capeless. He's going small.
Oh, he's comfortable doing it. I don't think he'll have any issue getting through this Bowser fight.
I don't either, but that's quite a statement to make. I'm very excited.
It's great seeing small only dark room. Small only strats I find very interesting.
They're very fun to watch.
All right, Seathorn's going through the spooky fort, trying to avoid those crushers.
See him slow down just a little bit while he's spinning those things there.
Ooh. Fortunately, he was moving down with that cape, so he was able to take that damage from running into the spikes, did not lose his cape.
So, I don't want to say 100% certain on this, but I believe I heard last night. Oh.
Poor
So that's what I
Seathorn
was
taking
talking about
that.
with those crushers. And
Oh, Daisui getting that last hit.
finishing it up.
Crazy. A 33-20. Holy smokes.
Here's Ben going into his last phase. Yeah, sticks. The unfortunate thing about the crushers, when you get hit with it, first you take damage and then you die. And when you take damage, whatever's in your item box starts floating down. So those crushers are basically a reset on your Mario back to small.
An
GG.
insane run from Ben with a 33-46. What a run.
Like Daisui got done in SRL.
Yeah, I don't see Daisui in SRL, but he did finish first.
Late split, 0.2 seconds off PB. Very well done. That is fantastic. Yeah, Louis in the
Oh,
Bowser.
0.2 off PB with a late split. That could be a PB for him. All right, Louis going into that Bowser fight again. Not again, sorry. Phase 3.
And Seathorn just, it looks like he tried to take a little ride on that Reznor and it just wasn't having it.
Louis missing his last Mecha Koopa. Bowser taking that out for him. And a GG for Louis.
Well done, Louis.
And a
30.
big GG for Marcelo as well, who got a 35-13.
And here comes Silver, 35-33. So very well done by everyone.
Yeah, these were incredible runs. That race between Ben and Daesui just had me going the whole time.
The back and forth was just nuts between the two.
Yep. But as we learned, if you're betting on Daesui to mess up, you're not going to see it. He's going to hold on to that lead as soon as he gets it. Can't wait to see how he does in the bracket.
So back to what I was saying about Seathorn in that fortress before some unfortunate things happened. I heard yesterday, and like I said, I'm not 100% sure on the truth of this, but that damage boost that he did on the spikes, I am led to believe is actually an intentional part of the way he does that.
Why would you do that? That's insane. I'm gonna have to hear more from him on that. Maybe it helps
I'm
maintain.
not 100% sure on that, so grain of salt, but if what I heard last night is correct and I should believe it, then that is the case.
All right, and we're going to give a big GG to Mostly and Dabs, finishing with a 36-26 and a 36-30 respectively.
Yeah, and it looks like, unfortunately for Dabs, he also died in Reznor in Vob Fort.
That will happen. It's unforgiving sometimes. But big GG out to all these runners. Put on quite the showcase. Seathorn's going into phase 2 of his Bowser fight, looking for a ball skip here. I think that should be just fine.
That is fine. That is a good ball skip. Milani just finished up 37-43. Well done, Milani.
All right, and here soon we will be setting up race 12 of the No Star World Winter Tournament qualifiers here on the Speed Gaming channel. These races so far today have been awesome. If this is just a taste of what these brackets are going to be, I can't wait to see this tournament through. All right, we're going to be doing a new room that has opened up, getting this next race ready.
You know what, guys? I think I'm going to join you on the mic. I can't take any more of this stress. Assuming that a three-way is okay. If not, then we can just do it as planned. But my goodness, that race was so exciting.
Yeah,
I'm still shaking. I've never been so nervous before.
What an insane run, dude. Watching you and Daesui go head to head on that it was neck and neck almost the entire time. You got to be feeling pretty good about that run.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, Dino, bullet number 2 was pretty bad. I lost about 5 seconds. Yeah, I know, tragic. I also, I could probably cut about 10-15 seconds off that at max. But yeah, your commentary, guys, has been amazing. I just sort of want to sit back and get a front row seat here. It's incredible.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
But
yeah,
whenever
I'm
I got
excited.
in first place, I was like, okay, I'm definitely coming fourth now. This is too much.
I mean, just the race, like having a PB run on something like this, you get the nerves going. And when you're up against people like Louis and Seathorn and Daesui and Marcelo and all these other great runners, the nerves add up. And then when you're racing live on Twitch,
and not.
Yeah, you really have to keep your nerves to do a good run.
Just about. Somehow we held it together. I was watching that sandbar the whole time, and I actually did try it. I tried the safe sandbar though. I was like, well, Sandy Bar will get you the win probably unless you choke Valley Fort, which is possible.
Yep, that's where Daesui really pulled ahead on that, was getting the sandbar clip.
Yeah. And with Valley Fort, I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to do my normal safe strats because going full there wouldn't actually get me back ahead, but if he died, it would, regardless of whether I do safe strats or not. So it was sort of just a percentage play. Hopefully he would give me a chance, and if not, then it's been a great run regardless.
Yep. I mean, you got to do what's a safe bet, right?
Absolutely.
And speaking of bets, if you use command bets, as I'm going to throw in the chat, any viewer who is outside of the US can go ahead and get in on vi.gg and get a free €20 bet that you can use on all the matches in this tournament, including the qualifiers you're seeing here on Speed Gaming channel. You should definitely get in on it. It's going to bring a lot of excitement to these races.
Heck, we got another race about to get kicked off here, so, get on that quick. Get your 20 free euros and bet on your favorite player.
If you can't now, we're going to be doing these qualifier matches for days to come before the bracket even starts. And this bracket's going to be insane. We have the top runners in this tournament. It's going to be great. And if you need to find out more information, if you're interested in running, if you want to get down on this, something that interests you, we also have Command SMW. And that's going to give you all the information on the Snow Star World Winter Tournament, including the schedule, the Discord, and more details about that $750 prize pool. So we got Daesui practicing that Yoshi clip. It's good to see what all these different guys are going to be practicing when they're not in the middle of a race.
Yeah, especially right now. We're probably going to see spots where things went tragic. Like Louis is practicing his Ludwig room 2.
That's his room
really
2.
Took a turn for him last race. Ben is goofing off in Star World. Hi,
yep,
Ben.
You're specifically not supposed to do Star World, Ben. That's the one thing we've asked of you.
Gosh, Ben, tisk tisk.
Daesui.
It's not even Star World 3. Come on.
Everyone knows that's the best one, right? Seathorn practicing the ending of that. Was that Valley of Bowser 1? Trying to make sure he can get past that chuck without taking damage and getting past a row of blocks or column of blocks just to speed things up a little bit.
I really like watching that strat, honestly. It looks really nice. Just it's pleasing.
Yeah, it's kind of a boring strat when you have Yoshi and things like I'm used to in all castles.
Yeah, you just spin off and then run through, but
it's cool seeing the little differences people use whenever they're not dependent on a Yoshi. Looks like Daesui might be practicing wings. This would be a good time to explain wings. So yeah, he's going for it. In this block that he's going down by, there's a pea balloon. You know, the one that makes Mario fat and float around. If you dupe that block to the left side, you're gonna have Yoshi wings in that duped block. Because it's a part of blocks that are dependent on their XY coordinate, and that will determine what's actually inside of that power-up box. And so, you know, if you've got a pea balloon, you need to go to the left and you will get wings. So he's gonna fly down, come right back up, and try to lower himself to grab this Koopa with a green shell, like he just did. Fly under here, and then release the shell and catch it while dismounting Yoshi. Dupe the block to the side. Because he went up, it's another P-balloon that came out. The original block is untouched. He just made a second P-balloon. It's a really hard strat. It doesn't even save too much time, to be completely honest. It's super high risk, super high reward. But at the end of the day,
definitely a end game kind of. You're already really good at the game. You're looking for those extra couple of seconds to shave off. That's what those wings do.
Yep.
You save about 7 seconds.
Oh, that is a purposeful damage boost. You're right. I'm watching him practice it, and he's taking it. That's interesting. Yeah, these high risk, high reward strats are going to be what this tournament's all about. Especially in things like No Star World, you need to save that time.
Yeah, especially if you're going against one of these guys. You know they're going to be going for it.
Yep, absolutely.
So it looks like we're switching people in. We've got Dark Magician 1184 now on stream with us.
Yep, and Dark Magician currently has a 36-11 on the leaderboards.
Definitely a respectable time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He got that recently, about a week ago. So it'll be interesting to see if he matches that time or can even come close to another PB during these races. That's the thing about these tournaments. You crank out so many runs that a PB is usually right around the corner. You see it with leaderboards every time a tournament happens. They get turned upside down. And Kirby, yes, No Star World specifically is how you would beat the game as quickly as you could without using Star World. That route involves going above Vanilla Dome as opposed to through Vanilla Dome, which you would see in the All Castles run, which is kind of like a sister category to this. But it still includes insane strats like you were seeing Daisui just practicing with the Yoshi clip, intense precise things like you'll see Louis practice. It looks like everyone's getting on the title screen though, so we are getting ready to start up Race 12. This is the final race for today for the No Star World Winter Tournament here on the Speed Gaming channel.
And if you've enjoyed what you've seen and you want to get involved, the registration is actually still open. We have another 4 days of qualifiers, and all you need to do is a minimum 3 races. The registration is open, !SMW for all the details.
That's right, and that SMW command will give you access to the schedule, the Discord, the challenge bracket to check out who's playing who and when. You can get all the details.
So while we're getting finished up here, I saw a couple more questions in chat. One, what's better, this or Super Metroid? So what do you guys think as other SMW players?
Is Super Metroid
SMW?
even a game?
Whoa. You're talking to someone who also enjoys Super Metroid. So I think it's a wash. They're both great games.
Actually, speaking of Super Metroid, I've been really enjoying the link to the past Super Metroid randomizer mixture. It's
oh yes, those are.
I don't even know how you can do that, how you can constantly make good decisions, but they seem to do it. So
those are so impressive to
yeah,
watch. I've been
it's
really
insane.
enjoying watching those.
It's great the work that community puts into it.
Metroid community.
Oh man, that leaderboard's gonna get turned.